Doing a video on women's safety and self-defense for Weber State University. First we'll hear about statistics and rape and sexual offense. Then we'll discuss on prevention and awareness. We'll then move on to what to do after an attack. In the last portion, I'll demonstrate some self-defense tactics.
Most people in Utah feel that they are safe. When surveyed, 85% said that they feel safe in their home. The violent crime rate in Utah is approximately half of the national crime rate. However, since 1991, Utah's rape rate has been higher than the national rate, and it ranks 12th in the nation, higher than New York, California, Washington, D.C. So 17.7 million American women have been victims of attempted or completed rape, which means 1 out of every 6 American women have been victims. The average age of a rape victim is 18.5, and the average age of a rapist is 31. 73% of sexual assaults were perpetrated by a non-stranger, usually someone that the person knows. And now we will look at how to prevent that.
How can you protect yourself from date rape? Okay, first of all, you want to be aware of unconscious messages that you're sending with your clothing and your posture and your gestures. A lot of times women send messages that show willingness to enter into a sexual relationship, which you don't want to do, and it can conflict with the words that you're saying. Okay, you want to avoid drugs and alcohol. These obviously impair your decision-making skills, your judgment, and that of your dates, and you could end up doing something that you don't want to do. Be forceful and firm. Okay, men can interpret passivity as permission. Okay, don't worry about being polite. Men can ignore this or misunderstand this. And don't do anything you don't want to do just to avoid a scene. Okay, if things get out of hands, be loud and protest or leave. Okay, don't wait to be rescued. You might not get rescued, and you don't want to be raped just because you were too scared just to leave. Okay, have an escape plan. You want to have money for transportation. You want to have like a friend to call just in case things get out of hand that you can leave. And trust your gut feelings. If it doesn't feel right, then it's probably not. Don't just think, oh, it's probably me. Just leave. Okay, now we'll look at safety on the street. Okay, if you're walking home at night and you notice that someone could be following you, act suspicious. You want to keep looking around you, and hopefully you'll discourage them and get them to not follow you anymore. Carry only necessary cards and money. And if you must carry a purse or a bag, hold it in close to you. That way it's harder for them to just run up and grab it. Stay near people. That means avoid shortcuts through deserted places, alleyways, parks, things like that. Stay in well-lit areas. Use the buddy system. Walk with a friend whenever possible. And never hitchhike because you don't know who's going to pick you up. Okay, now we'll go through safety at your home, living on and off campus. Okay, keep your doors locked at all times, even if you're home. Okay, always keep your keys in your possession. Don't put them under floor doormats or above the door because those are obvious hiding spots. Use peepholes. Don't let anyone in unless you know who they are. And don't enter your place if anything looks suspicious. If the door's open, if the window's open, anything's out of place, don't do it. It's better to be safe than sorry. Replace locks when you move to a new house or apartment because you don't know who has the old keys. Okay, draw your curtains or blinds after dark. And even if you have the blinds closed, don't dress in front of them because your silhouette can be visible and people can see you. And don't place valuables in front of windows because that can tempt possible theft. And if you're in trouble, yell help or police. Don't just scream because in a residence hall or apartment building, screaming can sound like horseplay. So you want to yell audible. Okay.
I'm going to talk about what do I do now. After you've had an attack, let's talk about a little bit about the healing process. The survivor needs to be believed. There's nothing worse than trying to talk to someone and having no one believe them. They need to be allowed to make decisions about what they do or they do not want to do. It happened to them, let them be in control. You know, help your friends seek medical attention. Help them report to the police if necessary. Here's some do's to help with your friends. Communicate acceptance and compassion. There's nothing worse than being attacked and feeling alone. Listen to them. A lot of people just like to talk and get it off their chest. Provide physical comfort when needed. Some people just need a shoulder cry on or put your arm around them. That physical comfort can actually do a lot. Discuss rape myths when the survivor is ready. Some people think that rape is their fault. They were in the wrong place, they dressed that way, they should have done this, they should have done that. You can sit and discuss it with them because those questions are playing on their minds. And play a supportive role. This will help them gain control over their life. These are some don'ts. Do not blame the victim. That's one of the worst things you can do. Don't ask why questions. Why did you do this? Why did you do this? It only, once again, will put the blame back on the victim. Pressure her to recount the details of the event. She will do this when she's ready. Take charge of her healing process. The healing process is an individual process, and it needs to be done by them themselves. And don't trivialize the experience by joking by it. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, are you going out with someone who is extremely jealous? A little bit of jealousy is cute, it's kind of a good thing. But if they're extremely jealous, watch out. Criticizes you frequently. Humiliates you in public. Isolates you, he doesn't allow you to see your friends or family. Wants you to spend all of your time with him. Needs to know where you are at all times. And blames you for his problems. These are just some typical signs you can recognize in men who are usually the targets for attacking.
Cell phone that you can use to attack your opponent who's reaching in. And it's demonstrated to hit to the bone here, to come back, hit to the temple, and then to the groinal area. This would be the point that their attacker is crouched in pain and the victim can run. Demonstrated on the pads first.
I'm excited about this test. I studied all last week.
So as I'm reaching into Ashley, she hits me. Back down and she's ready to go. The next one, it's a stranglehold. As the attacker goes in to reach or is strangling the victim, they're raising their hand, their dominant hand, either the right or the left. They're swiveling over, hitting to the face, and collapsing with their left hand in case they need to hit to the eyes. As demonstrated by Lindsay here, my hand comes up, and it comes through. This next one, the attacker is grabbing the victim, same side, hand here. What she's going to do is she's going to pull it up, bring it back down onto the crown of the nose while keeping the other hand high, just in case there's another hand coming in. So as demonstrated, good. And again.
That was really close to your face.
You're okay. We'll do it again. Good. This next attack, the victim is being grabbed opposite hand with this hand here. What they're going to do is as they're grabbing, they're going to bring their palm up to their solar plexus, grab on, and they're either going to hit their shoulder to the opponent's elbow, which will cause a collapse in that and doing severe damage to the arm, or bringing it down with the other hand and collapsing the knee. As demonstrated. Okay. And we'll do the second one, collapsing on the knee. At this point, the victim also again can run. This next one is the bear hug. The attacker is coming behind the victim and trying to immobilize their arms. Just like what Ashley is doing to me now. The victim is going to step out with their right foot, hitting to the groin, with their left hand, stepping behind with their left leg towards their right, and collapsing just like that.
That's a good catch.
As demonstrated by Ashley.
We have like 12.
That was for you.
And it definitely works.